Hello, I am Red Mage, and welcome to a Magic the Gathering video featuring the color red. In today's video, we're getting big wins with big dinos in Lost Caverns of Ixalan Standard. The last time I played dinosaurs, I played a smaller, more mid-rangey version of the deck. This time I wanted to try going bigger, with 4 copies of Trumpeting Carnosaur and 2 copies of Etali Primal Conqueror. The deck building challenge with dinosaurs is that the way the best cards are designed pulls you towards both aggro and ramp at the same time. There are excellent mana creatures for dinosaurs specifically, not to mention Hulking Raptor. And there are incredible ramp payoffs in Trumpeting Carnosaur and Etali. And then Belligerent Yearling and Pugnacious Hammerskull are a great start for an aggro build. You're certainly going to play a 3-mana 6/6 in either build. Ramp decks want big payoffs after all. This one just happens to only cost 3 mana. Even in this quote-unquote ramp version, we're playing a 2-mana 3/2. This really demonstrates the idiosyncratic nature of the dinosaur card pool. The best ramp cards for dinosaurs are creatures, including a 4-mana creature with 3 toughness. So we can't exactly play Brotherhood's End or Burn Down the House to save us from dying to aggro. Instead, Belligerent Yearling joins Triumphant Chomp as our early interaction against aggro while still synergizing with the rest of the deck. It makes Hammerskull better. In fact, Belligerent Yearling and Pugnacious Hammerskull will account for most of your wins against ramp and control. That's not something non-creature forms of interaction against aggro can do. It makes Ixalli's Lorekeeper better by increasing the percentage of the deck that can take advantage of its mana, including by being able to cast both a blocker and a removal spell on turn 2. And there are no other dinosaurs in the deck with less than 5 power, which means it will attack for far more damage than a normal 2-drop. So I think you need to play Belligerent Yearling in any build of dinosaurs, which makes it a sort of weird hybridized archetype, and a fun deck building challenge. The last thing to mention, we're playing 26 lands here. With so many higher mana value cards, we need to make sure we can hit our land drops in case we don't draw our mana creatures or they get killed. This deck definitely gets some big wins. I hope you enjoy the gameplay, and we'll be back at the end to wrap up. This is a good hand. Okay, mono white. Okay, well, turn 2 6/6 should be pretty good against mono white. Oh, Boros. Well, that makes it less likely the Lorekeeper lives, but not that much less likely. I don't know that the Boros decks are playing much removal these days. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm okay with that. So here, I think we Lorekeeper Restless Ridgeline. That guarantees we can Hammerskull next turn. Well, it guarantees we can Hulking Raptor as well, which then can lead into Dracosaur, which might be the way we go. Alright, if they're stuck on 2 lands and they're just playing these 1-drops, we are totally fine. I guess we could have played Hammerskull there. We had, since we drew Cavern of Souls, we were guaranteed to be able to cast Dracosaur. Oh, yikes. The Hammerskull is definitely a better blocker. Alright, so we have 7 total mana. So it just seems like Dracosaur plus Yearling. We're definitely going to be making some trades here, which is unfortunate. I mean, if they have... I forget the name. The 3 mana... Okay. I mean, that's pretty good, too. Alright, so we definitely block 1 there, and we block there, and we block 1 of those. That way we take 3, there's 1 trade, and we kill 3 of their creatures. That all seems good. Awesome. Do we attack? I think we do attack with the Hulking Raptor. We don't really need the mana anymore. We need to get a clock going, and we've got lots of really good blockers left behind. All right. That's totally fine. Alright, so we'll cast the Paleontologist. I guess we need to pump up the power of the Yearling if we want to attack with that, which I think we do. Does this force them to block? It does not force them to block. So I think we keep the Hammerskull back. Yep. And that means we have lethal in the air next turn. Well, not after they block that way, but them blocking that way means... I want to, just in case they have... Just in case they have that haste creature, I want to make sure I have enough blockers that we can't possibly die. Oh. It's definitely a Dracosaur. Now I believe we can just attack with everything. By everything, I mean the dinosaurs. This forces them to make blocks. Let's see, this has them taking 11, 15. That's just lethal. Okay. Okay, well, we've got the turn 2 6/6. Unfortunately, as things stand now, we won't have another dinosaur to keep it from getting a stun counter, but we'll see if we can remedy that. Oh, hello. So I think we still go ahead and play the Hammerskull. And if they play their own Hammerskull, on our next turn we can kill their Hammerskull plus their Lorekeeper. That seems pretty good to me. So unfortunately we are going to get a stun counter, but we attack anyway. So we have 5 mana next turn. There's some good things we could draw. Okay. Do we kill the Paleontologist is the question. At this point we might want to wait. Although if we do, they're going to start recasting stuff from the graveyard anyway. So let's go ahead and kill it. Oh. I'm okay with this. If this is all they do, that feels pretty good. Alright, and we control another dinosaur. Things are looking up. Okay. So they have to chump the Hammerskull to stay alive. So we can just... Oh, well, never mind. We've got it. Obviously... This is a little sketchy, but I guess we'll keep it. If this is Esper mid-range, I think we have a decent chance. If it's Esper control, it looks like it's Legends. Okay. That is very bad for us. If they don't have a removal spell, then maybe. They do, it looks like. Oh, maybe not. We're not going to attack here. I don't think we can race an ever-growing lifelinker. That's interesting. Okay. I mean, I'm pretty okay with that. I guess they felt like they had to make sure we didn't have a protection spell. But what would... Well, now it's over. I suppose if we draw Dracosaur next turn and they don't have a removal spell, we have a chance. Okay, part 1. Even still, I'm not sure what we do about this Dinnick. What? Edgar? Okay. Oh, they have a Restless Reef. Okay. Yikes. So, I guess we, you know, don't get too fancy. I was thinking about going for Etali here. But I guess we... Hammerskull plus Yearling. It's pretty sketchy. Okay. I mean, this opens the possibility for some good things to happen. All right, so we get to eat the Raffine, and I guess we double block that and chump the Edgar. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess, again, to stay alive, we've got to just Dracosaur plus Paleontologist. And we have to just hope. We have so much value. Okay. They're going to make a ton of tokens, but we're going to make a lot of tokens too. So we'll have 1, 2, 9, possibly 10 mana. So I guess it's just Paleontologist and Etali. Yes, I will cast those cards. Wow. Whew. What a crazy win. So I'm not even 100% sure we were definitely going to win that game. But I guess they didn't feel like sitting through it. So would we kill the Edgar with the Triumphant Chomp? Probably. I mean, what else are we going to kill? If we kill this, they can cast another one. We can't just kill a 1/1. But they're going to make more 1/1s with that. It makes it a little scary that one could sneak through. So yeah, I guess we just kill the Edgar. But either way, what an incredible win. The Shield Dread was going to be huge. One turn with that. I mean, I guess when it comes down to it, there's no way they kill us next turn. It's not like they have burn spells or something. They can't make anything unblockable. They'd have to have 2 removal spells to kill both Dracosaurs to get through in the air. We've got 4 blockers on the ground, plus the Paleontologist. And once we start gaining life, then it's all over. Crazy. And we're back to wrap up. I had a lot of fun with this deck, and I look forward to trying different versions in the future. I think what really makes the deck for me is Bonehoard Dracosaur. It's just so much value, and the flying and first strike are both key as well. I think if this was just a 5-mana 5/5 with no abilities other than the card advantage, it would still be a good playable card in this deck. But the flying and first strike means that it is an incredible blocker and a very good attacker as well. The same can be said for Pugnacious Hammerskull. A 3-mana 6/6 is really good whether it is blocking an aggro opponent's creatures or trying to kill a control or ramp opponent as quickly as possible. And that's the reason why this deck can stand up to the Mythic metagame. It's so efficient, it has such an incredible curve. You can do things that are far more powerful than you should be able to do on each turn of the game, which means it allows you to do things like play 6 creatures that cost 6 mana or more. This deck won't have quite as high of a win rate as something like mono red aggro, but it is still something that I think you can rank up with in Mythic if you're looking to have fun while winning as opposed to win as much as humanly possible. Let me know in the comments what version of dinosaurs you've been playing, and I'll see you in the next one.